up, all you 8-bit loving dudes and dudettes? Toyshes here, and I got a really rockin' review for you today. We are totally going to be checking out the brand new Jakks Pacific Megaman Fully Charged Wave 1. These are the basic figures. There's also a deluxe set of figures as well. There's 3 of them in that. Now, I've had these figures for about a week or 2 now, but I finally came across the Iceman figure, and now I want to give you a good look at the entirety of the first wave. Jakks was really nice. They sent over the playset and another goodie for me to look at, but I want to take a look at the figures first, and then we can pop them into the playset. The playset will be a separate review because the thing is quite large and there's a lot going on, so I want to make sure we give it its due time. They are not the Mega Man that I grew up with, although I'm a big fan of the original Capcom Mega Man. I still play that game on my Game Boy or any type of system that I can get my hands on. This is a very interesting looking Mega Man, very Tron-esque, but I don't really care for the design of this new Mega Man. I'm more interested in the Robot Masters. I think they are quite interesting. A lot of epically cool designs, and for that, I can definitely appreciate a good toy. We're going to look at them all individually. I'm going to pop open Iceman, and we're going to take a look at all things Mega Man Fully Charged. Let's do this. And while I got all you Robot Masters here, I just want to say thanks so much for checking out my Mega Man Fully Charged fresh look. If you like it, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment. Let's talk about your favorite Mega Man iteration. And here's all the Mega Man figures now out of their packaging, and I'm liking what I am seeing. There are some preconceived notions that was purely on me that I thought they were going to include for these figures. I think it may have made them a little bit better in some ways, and I'm purely talking about maybe things that shoot out, projectiles, very Mega Man things. It's missing something, and I don't know exactly. The articulation on a lot of them is a bit wonky. I appreciate the designs. The designs, Jakks always knocks those out of the park. I'm a huge fan of their World of Nintendo, World of Super Mario figures. I mean, this is a brand new Cartoon Network TV show, and these designs are spot on. They look exactly what they were supposed to look like, and I love that. I like the design aspect. I'm not going to watch the show. The show is purely for children. What the heck is that? I appreciate the animation, but it just story-wise, it's not for me. But that's not to say that I can't enjoy these fantastically designed toys. They're just missing that extra thing, and we're going to take a look. First off the bat, we'll start off with the new Iceman. He's very cool looking, haha, and it's an interesting design. A lot of these are taking little cues from the original Robot Master designs because it plays heavily on the original Mega Man. That's what they're going for, that nostalgic value to kind of make it new again. Sort of what they do with Transformers Generation 1. For the most part, the paint on this guy is okay. There's a couple little nicks here and there. Some places where the paint will actually bleed, but I like the little cues of this electric lime green that he's got going on. I like the blue. He's very chilly looking, and it comes across, especially in the hair and his little ice cap, which I think is a little bit too much on the nose. I would have preferred a more classic looking Iceman, so to speak, but this one's not bad. Nice face. Everything's painted nicely. Sometimes it's the cutesiness of the design that gets to me. This one kind of borders on that. It's okay, but it's not fantastic, and it's sure not my favorite figure out of this wave. But as far as articulation goes, his head is on a nice ball joint. He has arm rotation at the shoulders, which gets some good range here and there. He does not have anything at the elbows, and that's another thing that we'll talk about. But there is some weird glue kind of gappage on both of them. It's odd if you can see that right there. I really wish it wasn't there. It's very distracting, and now that I see it, it's all that I do see. He kicks out about that much. He's got knees and nothing else. So minimal articulation, again, not bad. With Jakks Pacific figures, I tend to gravitate more towards their toys for their accuracy. Like, the World of Nintendo is spot on to what the characters are supposed to look like, and these are no different. So for that sense, I can forgive it. Sure, it would have been nice to have more articulation, but the sculpts more than make up for it, with a couple paint errors here and there, which would be preferable not to have. He comes with this extra gun and an ice blast. And what you do is that when we get to Mega Man, I'll show you, you actually can pop off his arm cannon and switch it out. Just like the old-fashioned Mega Man, where you get the Robot Master's powers at the end of each boss. I think that's really cool. The ice is just one piece of plastic, very see-through, but it's sculpted nicely. I definitely dig that. That looks great. And then you could say the ice upgrade right here, which turns into more of like a turret gun. And then this would slip into this right there. And then you could pop it on Mega Man, which we will do. The one thing that I will say is that every single one of these characters on the packaging says, collect and connect to transform Mega Man's Buster, right? There's nothing you're connecting, so to speak. When you say collect and connect, to me that sounds like a BAF or a DC Multiverse actual collect and connect figure. That's not really the case. You're not building anything. You're just getting the various Robot Masters Buster guns. So Airman has one, he's got one, and they all fit onto Mega Man. Now, Mega Man is a different story. I don't care for his design at all. I get that it's Mega Man. He's very Tron looking. Nice paint overall, nice eyes. Everything looks solid. It's a design that bugs me, and then some of the articulation on Mega Man I wish was there especially. I can kind of forgive it with the Robot Masters, but with the characters such as Mega Man, you kind of want him in different poses. That's one thing that kind of irks me. So he has rotation here at the arms, but then again, nothing at the shoulders. So you have to put it up if you want to use his Buster gun just like that. I really wish that you could kind of curl his arm and he'd be kind of looking at the Buster, something like that. You can't achieve that at all. He kicks up about that much and he has knees. Then he has hand rotation right here on this end. What you do is that you pull off his main Mega Man Buster, you put on any Robot Master's cannon, and then you have the new Buster on his arm. The one problem, and especially with his Buster cannon, is that he becomes so incredibly heavy that he can't support his own weight. So basically, if you want to put in the effect, and these things weigh a ton, you have to just kind of keep him just like that, and will stand. Same thing with his own energy burst that he comes with. They're too heavy. So that is a really weird thing. Also, this is something that I thought would have been better as a projectile. Imagine a missile or something like that. You pop into his cannon arm and then you could shoot it out. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. It's kind of weird that it's not like that. Now let's take a look at the Robot Masters. The first one is Dive Man. He looks pretty sweet just in standing like he is. And again, I totally thought that this was going to be a projectile, something you can shoot out. It's just all one solid piece. It looks really cool, but I just wish that it did something more. And I think for children, for kids that are going to watch this cartoon on Cartoon Network and want to buy the toys, part of me thinks that they're going to be kind of bored with this. I mean, if it doesn't do anything, then the kids are going to go, well, you really have to grab kids' attention these days. Their attention spans are slim to nil. So it's kind of a bummer in that sense. He does have articulation at the neck. And one thing I noticed, though, is that because of his tube right here that's connected to his chest, if you move it too far, mine is actually starting to move and come out. I don't know if it's glued in there, if it's supposed to come out. I'm not going to force it. But that's just something, maybe it's supposed to give a little bit here and there, but it's an odd choice. I wish that you could actually kind of yank that out. He's got rotation at the arms. That's actually a really nice joint. It's a bit ratcheted too, so it will stay pretty well. There's nothing at the elbows. That's what kind of bugs me a little bit. Again, this is all one solid piece. You can get some nice range of motion out of him. You can't curl his elbow. That's kind of odd. On this side, it's the same exact thing, but then there's no hands. There is nothing articulated at the elbows. At the waist, nothing. He kicks out. Kind of, sort of. He gets, like, it's about that much. He gets stuck because of his robotic piece right there. He does have knees, and he's got these interesting flippers on his feet. So this is actually one of my favorite of the group, along with, we'll get to him. His backpack is a separate piece. You can kind of yank off if you wanted to, but it fixes nicely. And it really adds to the aesthetic that this figure has going on. He looks like a Submariner. He looks like a robot master. I actually really like this figure. I think he looks great, despite the lack of articulation. And then, of course, he comes with a buster for Dive Man for his diving powers. And that can affix to Mega Man's hand as well. The last figure in the wave is Airman. This is another one of those figures where you got a lot going on, and he looks fantastic. If you were to just black this entire figure out, do it as a silhouette, that would look quite cool. You'd know exactly who Airman is. You'd know exactly who Dive Man is. They all have great aesthetics as far as character design. Great things going on. Again, minimal articulation. He has it at the shoulders and gets some nice rotation right there. Nothing at the actual arms right here in the elbows. Nothing rotates at the hand, although I'm glad that this guy has a hand. I really wish that Dive Man had a hand as well on that side. Again, same thing. I think a missed opportunity all around is that the fans do not spin. Imagine a backside right here. The kids could blow into the fan and get it to spin. I really think that they should have done that. The other thing is that these come in the package as separate pieces, right? The weird thing is that you'd think these are the same exact fans. In fact, one of the holes is slightly larger and one of them is slightly smaller. So you have to have the right fan on the right side for it to work. If you lose one of these pieces and you needed another one, you'll have to get either the right or the left to properly reattach them to the figure. That's a weird choice. No articulation in the actual waist. He kicks out and he's got knees. Again, I think that's a really cool figure. He comes with the one part that, again, you can switch out with Mega Man's Buster. You simply just pop that on, pop this off, bingo bango. And you got the Mega Buster Wave Man cannon right there. And that looks pretty good. I like that. That's nice. Here's the one Dive Man just to show you. That's pretty cool. But again, see, if you had a button here and that shot out, that would be so killer. Dang, I think that is a total missed opportunity. So what do you guys think about these new Mega Man figures? I'm going to leave it at that, and then at the next video, I will show off the entirety of the playset and the other little goodie that Jakks sent over. But I wanted to have some figures to put inside the playset, really show it off, and maybe by then I can find the other two. There are 3 deluxes, but one's a Mega Man figure. The other 2 are giant robot masters, and they do look fantastic. So, comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Mega Man. What's your favorite Mega Man game? Do you have one? Do you like this new Mega Man? You kind of have to have the old Game Boy and then Mega Man 2. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, bust out your Game Boys tonight and play up some Mega Man action. And when you do, let me know what you played. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.